Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today, recently I was contacted by Dan from Good Made Better, and he asked me if there are any products on his site that I might want to show you on the channel. So I took a look. There are a lot of products on Good Made Better, mostly dealing with writing and reading. They have the WriteWell portable desk, the ReadWell book stand, they have bookmarks, blotters, blotting paper, even artisan pipes. But the things that really caught my attention were these. First of all, probably the most simple, the Penwell Classic. Now this thing is in copper. This is a pure hunk of copper, and it's a Penwell, just as the name would suggest. You place a pen cap down in this, and then you're able to uncap and write and place it back down. We'll be talking more about this later. The thing that was really interesting to me was this, the Book Warden. Now this might look like a weird rat's nest or a spider web of shock cables and snaps and what is going on here, but I'm going to explain this to you, and it's really very clever, and it actually helps solve a problem that I have thought about in the past as well. So two cool products that I want to show you from Good Made Better. But first, the most simple item, the Penwell Classic. Now the Penwell Classic is available in a lot of different materials. It has walnut, cherry wood, aluminum, there are acrylics, brass, and then this one is copper. Now this is pretty self-explanatory. You have a big hefty hunk of pure copper. There is a foam insert inside, and then on the bottom is a micro suction foam pad, which will help the Penwell Classic stay firmly anchored to your desk. So you place it on your writing surface, you take a pen, this has the standard foam insert in it right now, and it fits several of my favorite fountain pens really well. This is my Lamy 2000. If I were to shove it inside like so, then obviously it would be shifted around, but I'm showing you, you can simply uncap the pen, do a little writing, pop the pen back in. With a fountain pen, you need to keep it capped when you're not writing or it will dry out. And this just makes it very simple. Just like so. Fits my Lamy 2000 quite easily. This is my Pilot Custom 823, another one of my favorite pens. That fits in very nicely, and this is a screw cap, but you can just unscrew, use the pen, place it back in, and you're good to go. It doesn't fit my Lamy Safari, which is another pen that I use quite a bit. It's just a little too hard to get in there. You can sort of get the front of it in, but you can't get it in deep enough to actually uncap the pen. So you would probably need the XL insert. And this is available. You could purchase it with the standard and the XL. I think it's an extra $4 when you order. But just very simple. It does exactly what it says on the box, and I like it. I use it on my desk quite a bit. I just always have whichever pen I happen to be using will be in the Penwell if it fits, and then my pen is always there ready. I can just grab it out, recap it when I'm done. And once you place it down with the micro suction, it stays there very firmly. I'm shaking the whole desk when I'm moving this, and you just have to kind of break the seal. You can wash that if it starts getting less sticky. It has a little bit of a stickiness to it, but not really. It's mostly just the micro suction qualities of it help it stay stuck down to your surface. But if it gets kind of grimy and not sticking very well, you can just wash it with warm soapy water and then place it back down, and it will hold very firmly. They range in price from $55 for the wooden ones up to $125 for a piece of solid copper like this. There are different finishes of copper available. This one is just the standard. Now this is going to patina. It's going to look a lot different if you don't keep it polished all the time. But this weighs over a pound. I think it's about 17 ounces. It also has that micro suction on the bottom. So the weight and that micro suction pad really keep it down on your desk. And it's really cool to have. I don't know if it's the most essential thing in the world, but if you're putting together a really cool writing surface and you like some of the finer things, then I think the Penwell Classic is a pretty good bet. And you don't have to spend $125 for one of the pure copper ones. You could get a wooden one that's a bit cheaper. And like I said, there are all those different insert sizes available. The small, I think extra small, standard, XL, and you can pick which one you think would fit your pens better. There's all sorts of information on the website for that. So I've been enjoying this quite a bit. But now let's talk about the Book Warden. And Good Made Better calls this the absurdly expandable and overprotective slipcase for your literary travels. So all of us have had the issue, and maybe it bothers you, maybe it doesn't, but it does kind of bother me. I'm not super worried about the condition of my books, but I do prefer my covers not getting all creased up, and sometimes the pages can get creased up too. How many times have you carefully slid a book into a backpack or a bag, only to take it out later and find a bent cover? With the Book Warden, that doesn't happen. This solves that problem, and I have been using this for several weeks now. Basically, whenever I go to work, I have a book in here. Recently, I've been reading a much thinner book. This is The Expedition of Cyrus, or the Anabasis, by Xenophon. Not in the original Greek. I don't know ancient Greek. But you shove it in, you close it up like so, and you have a protected book. Now, people might think, oh, that seems kind of bulky. It seems like it's a little obtrusive. Yeah, I was kind of unsure when I first started using it. Like, is this useful? Do I really need this? But especially with me and my work backpack, I'm throwing things in and out of there all the time. And so books can really get battered. And this does exactly what it says it is going to do. It helps protect the books. And I especially love this if you're going on a long trip. If you've packed a book in your luggage, the way they handle checked bags on airlines, I've had several books get just completely trashed inside my bags. And if you're going on a longer trip and you want to put this in your luggage, you can unsnap these. So you have all this kind of like tensioning system on here with these different shock cords and snaps. So you can expand quite a bit. And let's say you want to put a whole stack of books in. So here I've got Herodotus, the Histories, Anabasis, and to dumb it down a little bit, let's do a Dragon Ball manga collection. You can place all of these inside the Book Warden. Actually, I'm going to put them spine out. And then you can re-snap using the different snaps that they have available for different tension. So I'm going to go here and here. I'm going to go here. And here you have basically like a little portable bookshelf. I'll use the keeper strap here. Now, if you didn't have hardly any books in here or only a very thin one, there's a snap on this side as well, so you don't have to have it as expanded. But here, you have this nice collection of books. It keeps everything secure and compact. And then you can put this on a shelf or put this on a table, and you basically have a little mini bookshelf that you can take books out of. So you take the keeper strap off, like so, and okay, I want to read this book. I'm going to read The Anabasis. So you pull that out, the Book Warden kind of shrinks to the size of the books that you have, and like I said, you can tension these different snaps and straps differently to fit however many books you have and the thickness of the books. Then when you're done reading, you would place it back down. Okay, I'm going to put this back. You shove it in, it expands because of those elastic straps, and then you close it all down. Oops, this one unsnapped. I'm going to put this over here. Re-snap there, re-snap here. Nothing's coming out of this. It keeps everything really secure. It's just really practical and really clever. I think it's really cool. Now this is $40. This is the standard size Book Warden, and it can fit books that are 6.75 inches by 9.25 inches. They also have a legal size that's $55, and that can hold books that are 9.75 inches by 14.25 inches. For me, the biggest use case for this would be, like I mentioned, going on a trip. I'll have 3 or 4 books securely fastened in here. I might make it as tight as I can if I'm actually putting it in my luggage. And then, like I said, when I get to my location, I can place it down on, you know, a hotel side table or something like that. And I have my little mini bookshelf with the books I need in here. And then the other big use case for me is how I've mostly been using it recently, where I have one book. I'm gonna go with Anabasis, because that's what I've been reading. I shove it inside, and with this, I'm gonna tighten it a little bit more. So once again, you have your adjustment straps. Right about here is about as tight as I need it. And you can tension them differently. Like if you want to make it easier to roll out this way, you might lower the tension here. You can put it here, you can put it here. Let's say I put it here. So we have some slack there, but then that means that I can open this a little bit more easily. It just doesn't really, it's very customizable, however you want things to fit. Or let's say I lower the tension on this strap and this strap, then it's even easier to open this way, but I can keep the tension on by taking the keeper strap and going all the way around to the back and snapping it shut so it still keeps the tension, but then when I open it up, it's very easy. Like it just depends. You can do whatever you want. I typically keep it like this if I have a kind of standard size trade paperback in there, just like so. So I use these snaps for all these tension straps, and I can still open it up quite simply, take the book out, and when I'm done, it opens quite easily. Put the book back in, strap it up, and you're good to go. And you can just throw this in your bag and you don't have to think about it, you don't have to worry about it at all. Pretty cool. So, the Book Warden and the Penwell Classic in copper from Good Made Better. Now, I didn't receive any payment for this review or anything. I got these products for free to show you, and I picked out the products I wanted to show you. So these are the products that were the most interesting to me. I really think that the Book Warden is a very clever and interesting way to solve a problem. I like new products that solve a tangible problem. How do I throw my books in my bag without the covers getting all creased? The Book Warden. And this one is more kind of a luxury item, I would say. I don't necessarily need a Penwell on my desk, but it's fun to have, especially having this giant, like hefty mass of copper is just kind of cool. I'm really excited to see how it changes in color and patina as it ages. But check out goodmadebetter.com. I'll have a link in the description box below if any of these products are of interest to you. And I'm gonna keep using this Book Warden. I think this is something that has earned a place in my bag every single day. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things. I'll see you later.